because you don't want to. The worst action that can happen is someone knows about what you're.
Right.
You
So,
just
like,
brought
if
up.
you're sitting next to somebody that maybe, I don't know, has an orchard or some type of agricultural thing that
Yeah.
it's like, oh, yeah, we had that situation where we needed more of these brought in. And
Seeing right there you go. I mean, that, when
honey producer or
you get
something
that
like
guy that won't leave you alone, you can just say, well, how's, he starts asking you how's business and all that, and you can start saying, well, since all these cider, hard cider drinks came out and stuff like that, we've been booming, we got to move up, you can really go over the top with the bee wrangler.
Well, I feel jealous because I don't have one of those. I can use
use
the bogus title generator to make one. But,
well, I have your name for you.
Oh, yeah?
So
you have a name for me?
Sure. First name's going to be Kai.
Kai?
But it's going to be spelled Kai.
K-A-I. I got to write this down, people. K-A-I. So if you meet me out on the streets, I'm going to introduce myself.
And then your last name will be Tay. T-A-I. Kai Tay. And then there's bonus points at some point if you can work in there when you're being introduced to the third person or the fourth person, like they bring over, like the conventions and all that. And next thing you know, a bunch of people are over at the little high top table in the bar, and they're reintroducing everybody. And you can introduce yourself as Kai Ryan Tay. So say it really fast.
I'm afraid to.
Kai Ryan Tay.
Kai Ryan Tay?
Karate.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you saying?
You can't make it too. You have to make it.
I'm like, this better be. I'm looking at him like, this is safe for radio?
This is safe for radio.
I thought you were going with the fact that they both have the AI ending.
Oh, yeah, but that's the other. Right,
that,
and they're pronounced differently.
Right.
That's
so
how.
That was good because I was,
So you are Kai Tay.
Right. Nice.
Because people are just going to look at you. You're what, 6'2", right?
I'm 2 inches taller than the.
You're north of 210.
North
of 210 pounds.
Thank you.
You're 6'1" and a
this
half.
This is the radio.
6'2".
You could lie.
I did. I thought I did. So, and you're blonde haired,
Right.
blue eyed, and your name's Kai Tay.
Yeah. Well,
But just something special about
I was
that.
adopted.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll have to come up with a backstory for that.
Couch salesman.
Couch salesman? Oh, a couch salesman? That's kind of boring, though. That's got to jazz that up with our generator. Let me roll the dice here. I'm a international strategic couch engineer.
That just doesn't work at all.
Well, okay, let me switch it up. Specialist. How about that? A international strategic couch specialist.
And you can just say you work for a small Italian design boutique, or you work with international Italian and or European. We'll just say you work with European design boutiques on furniture, and then you can really break it down. They say, "What do you really do?" I'm a what do you say? International
strategic couch specialist.
You work mostly in plaids,
right? Well, I do a lot of statistical analysis for the different regional areas, depending on the country, on the average sizes of people. So then you can design the couch to be the proper dimensions
and the favorite 7 colors of the plaid in that area.
Right, of course. And then if that is going to be in a public area, or even I specialize on the side of working with studios. So for TV shows, so you might be in Japan, but yet broadcasting in
correct, sir.
In Canada, you don't want to offend anybody with the wrong couch.
Mr. Kai Tay.
I like how this is working.
So how was the trip for business? Was it good?
Yeah, I thought so.
You had dinner by yourself?
Yeah, that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But, buzz into town, get things set up. It's one of those. I was
Des Moines,
in an
how long a drive there for Des Moines?
Normally about 5 hours. There's construction.
So what's your typical window of where you draw the line before you're jumping on the plane?
Well, that's the tough part since I cover Illinois and Iowa. And so it really comes down to if it's anywhere from here to Des Moines or just past Des Moines, north or south of it, I'll drive. So that ends up being around a little over 5 hours, 6 max. And then if I have to get to the far end of the state, then you have to fly to like Sioux City or fly to
'Cause that's a
Omaha,
fun trip.
Nebraska.
and then drive back in.
Because that's a little bit larger airports. A lot of times I've had to fly to Omaha and then drive back. It's a real pain. But then Illinois, as
Omaha
you know,
steaks, get any? No?
I'm at a point where are you going to fly? Yeah, just ignore the steak comment.
Okay.
Where are you going to fly in Illinois? You're going to fly down to St. Louis?
Yeah.
So stop that. So you're going to fly to St.
Can't
Louis?
say stop that. They don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
well, he's rubbing his face to make me itch. Psychology. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so I've found that with St. Louis, the amount of time it takes to get to O'Hare, or more often Midway because of flights out of Midway.
The regional flight,
flight. And then you get there and then go get a rental car. I could have just driven down to St. Louis.
Yeah, I got you.
So central Illinois, southern Illinois, and just get in the car and go. I had to go down to Carbondale a year ago.
Hello,
Carbondale. And I just got in the car and drove south.
Yeah, a little easier.
Yeah.
Less headaches, sure.
Even though it's a long drive.
So what do you got cooking in the sports world?
Well, I started telling you last week.
You were out of town most of the week, or a big chunk of the middle of the week, so I hadn't talked to you much.
I'm really enjoying my new endeavor, or my new approach to sports, and I encourage anybody out there to take the same approach. And
Which is
it's
fill
real
everybody
simple.
back in.
I am a fan. I love football, for example. I love a lot of sports.
So you're expecting me to believe that you're cold turkey off SportsCenter?
I have not watched SportsCenter this whole week. I did not have ESPN on in the hotel.
Nice.
You know, before the show, you got talking about a subject matter related to an athlete, and I had limited information on it because other than the headlights that come in, the extent of my knowledge is usually a Twitter feed. So getting the fact that this has happened or that's happened or this guy's injured in training camp, I'm aware of that, but I don't listen to hours of talk and analysis. So what I'm doing basically is going back to the good old days where you're a fan of the sport, meaning you attend the sport, you can watch it on TV. I look forward to watching the games.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have to be a fan of 24-hour analysis, second guessing.
Yeah,
GM.
you Jaworski'd it for me.
I'm done. I don't want to listen to people's opinion on whether or not they think Jay Cutler's this or that for the upcoming year.
Well, the
I just
big
want to
one
watch
this
him play.
week was that the USA Today came out and said the Bears weren't going to win more than 3 games.
Right. So so let's talk about what USA Today thinks as far as what they're going to win, as opposed to each week. Let's watch the game, and then they'll win or they'll lose, and then you'll enjoy the game, or you get mad and yell at the TV. You watch a different sport, but maybe I'll want to know week to week once the games start for football, things like injury reports or who's out or so forth. But why should I spend time caring about?
So is there a market for this? Is there a sports show that would be more based on just delivering the news rather than?
Well, I'd like the news to do that too, but
I think you're kind of saying you're more fed up with the commentary.
Yeah, I think that it's born out of you start a news channel, in this case, or sports channel, and then it's 24 hours a day. You got to fill that,
right?
And then you have now you have competition, other networks. So there's multiple sports channels out there. They all have to race to be this is breaking news by who,
right?
And we're going to spend 17 hours talking about punishment coming down from Roger Goodell or whatever. So if you take that out of the sports context, there's a company, somebody broke the rules in the company, they punished him, he appealed, and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's going to even if it's going to court, they're fighting over it, and that's all fine. I don't want to get in the middle of, union rights and all that, but just we're not talking about that in other areas. Why do I care?
Right. That's what always you and I have so many conversations.
People start booing him when he gets the commissioner when he gets on stage. I don't care. I just want to watch football, college football, and I think the worst part about it is how it bleeds down into other levels. You're a youth coach. You're a youth coach, and we have the high school team here starting up.
Yeah.
And you go to games and you hear people parents on the sidelines, fans on the sidelines, talking about it as if they were sports analysts, as opposed to real, supporting kids and being happy for the kids, and it's all about the coach's play call or the official missed the holding or.
Yeah, so you're bringing me up a topic that I wanted to say for the second half.
Well, that's good because we've only got about 2 minutes till our show.
So I'll give you a little rundown along exactly what you're saying, so hold all those thoughts. And I want everybody to jump in on the Twitter, do whatever you can, call in if you need to. We are going to, from now and moving forward, you can't complain in the stands at your local high school Friday night lights game unless you can answer a certain questions. So we got to determine what questions, how many questions. If you can't pass that quiz with 100%, you can't speak.
Interesting concept. I
want to get this out. Like we'll call a company like the ring, Class Ring Company or something like that. Have them market it to all the schools. It'll get put in the program.
Right.
If you can't answer these questions, you can't second guess the coach on the field. Because if you don't know football well enough to answer these, blah blah blah.
Right. Just support the kids.
Then just support the kids and be positive. So when we come back, we'll cover that.
I had actually a technology solution for this.
Okay.
That's what I
well,
do.
we could even
we'll
app this because, as you know, like at Central, they do some of these things like Mr. CLC, and they have all these like pageant things and stuff.
Oh, you can
they have all that app
online.
voting, right?
Yeah.
So you're right there, and the kids all text in while they're sitting in the auditorium. It's pretty cool.
Right.
So when we get back, I want you to. I've been waiting for this all week.
Wow.
I'm ready for you.
I love it when you spring something on me.
We'll have to. Maybe you and the two of us sales guys here, the guys that run around and sell this to all the high schools and get this going. Mm-hmm. So then we'll have to come up with we'll have to create a job title for this. And,
I think I have the advanced system that your quiz would unlock. I said this as a coach to somebody when I was coaching high school football. I'll save it for right after the break, and I'll tell you all about it. You're listening to the Marengo Man Cave on WXMR 94.3 Marengo. Thanks for listening with us. We'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll tackle that subject matter of criticism.
Are you stalling? You look like you're.
I'm looking at
just roll.
I just had to make sure that the music came up. I'm trying to coordinate three things at once here.
Timing was bad today.
Yeah, a little bit off.
Maybe
I
thought
we were going to break. I gave you that we're almost to break too soon. I should have just let the music roll when it was time.
All right, we'll be back, folks.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes.
WXMR.
Hello, everyone. This is Denny Farrell, inviting you to join me right here on WXMR 94.3 FM for Late Night Chicago Radio every Saturday night at 10 p.m. We play the music that's just right for late night. Those memorable jazz groups from the days gone by. Join me, won't you? Saturday nights at 10 p.m. right here on WXMR 94.3 FM, Late Night Chicago Radio. Hello, everyone. This is Denny Farrell, inviting you to join me right here on WXMR 94.3 FM every Thursday afternoon for the original Big Band Showcase. We play all that great music from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and the good big bands that are working today. Join me again, won't you? That's Thursday afternoons at 3 p.m. right here on WXMR 94.3 FM with the original Big Band Showcase.
Hey y'all, I'm Jessica.
Hey, I'm Kim.
Join us for some toe tapping,
Finger snapping.